Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here tonight on this here, I guess, late on this show. I'm gonna do my Money in the Bank, preview predictions, for the, PLE, Premium Live Event, pay-per-view, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. So, 4 matches. Look, I know I don't want the pay-per-view to be super long, because I complain about AEW's pay-per-views being so long, but 4 matches? Like, are we really going this route where we're just going to have 4 matches of pay-per-view? Like, okay, I'm glad the show's not going to be super long, but 4 matches? How long is this pay-per-view going to be? Like, it's probably going to be like 2 hours. But honestly, it looks good on paper with the ladder matches, and you have a tag team match, and then the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So, this annual Money in the Bank PLE, it's obviously going to take place in Inglewood, California. Set to feature 4 matches. There was nothing added, so yes, it is 4 matches. Obviously, you have the men's Money in the Bank with Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta El Grande Americano, Andrade and Seth Rollins. The women, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne, Julia, Naomi, Stephanie Vakir. And the non-Money in the Bank matches, your main event, which shouldn't be the main event, but it is. John Cena and Logan Paul, Battle Jason and Cody Rhodes, and now on SmackDown. Thought they had a good segment. Probably John Cena's best heel segment, but didn't do anything to really make me excited for this match. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not just because Logan Paul. I'm just really not that excited for this match unless something big happens. And then Lyra and Becky for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So, I'm going to start with this one, just to get this one out of the way. So, this feud is already seen her defeat her once in NXT, once at Battle, and once at, what was the last pay-per-view? I'm not going to lie, I don't know what it was, I forgot. Backlash, I don't know what it was. She defeated her the second time, I forgot. So, obviously, she returns to WrestleMania 41, met with cheers, but then, the heel turn, sends the crowd against her. And few people generate as much heat as she has, turning on Valkyria, following, obviously, they won the tag titles, they lost the next night. So, there's a stipulation of this, which I guess is something. Stipulation is if Becky Lynch loses, she's unable to challenge Valkyria for the title again, which, you know, it kind of makes it a little predictable here that she's probably going to win it. Because whenever they do these stipulations, whether it's, they can never challenge for the title again, that they'll win. So, I feel like Lyra's done good as the inaugural Intercontinental Champion, but kind of feels unlikely she's going to earn 3 wins over Becky Lynch. So, I'm going to say, unfortunately, Becky Lynch wins the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, it's not the main championship, the women's championship, it's a mid-card title. But I say she'll probably do something resorting to cheating and win the belt. I'm going to say Becky Lynch retains, but I'd prefer Lyra to retain, but whatever. I'm going to say Becky Lynch wins, and then I'm going to go over the tag team match next, because I want to say the ladder matches, and I'm not really excited for this one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I feel like I've been pretty vocal about that. So, Logan Paul and Cena versus Rhodes and Jey Uso. The Yeet Man. So, basically, Cena's quest to ruin wrestling has seen him join forces now with Logan Paul in an effort to help him win the World Heavyweight Championship from Jey Uso. But before we get a rematch between the social media star and Jey, they'll compete in a tag match. So, Cody Rhodes, he returned to Saturday night's main event, which is on May 24. He continues the alliance with Jey Uso to take down, I guess, the 2 biggest heels. So, him joining forces with Logan Paul has done exactly what it's designed to do and got more heat on the Undisputed Champion to get him booed. But I don't know, man. I think this alliance is, I don't think it's going to last long, to be honest. I think the most logical outcome here is for Logan Paul to eat the pin, likely from Jey Uso, while Cody Rhodes and Cena occupy with each other. This will lead to a frustrated Cena agreeing to face Rhodes for a title for the title in a rematch, while Jey Uso and Logan Paul, they'll continue a feud separately down the line, or for the foreseeable future. I'm going to say Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes get the win over John Cena and Logan Paul, as Logan Paul and John Cena stood tall tonight on SmackDown, so pretty much tells you they're probably going to lose. I don't know why this is the main event, I'm not going to lie. I would have put one of the tag matches, or one of the ladder matches, as the main event. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure it's already announced as the main event. So, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So, this lineup for this year's Money in the Bank includes some really great wrestlers that I like. And, I'll tell you I want to win, but I'll let it, be known in my prediction. So, it feels like there's a few choices. Seth Rollins has been building himself back up into one of the top heels with that faction with Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed by his side. Well, Penta, Andrade, Americano, which is Chad Gable, don't seem to have been built up enough to win the briefcase. Solo Sikoa and LA Knight are going to be tied up, I guess, maybe in their own feud after the pay-per-view. If you would have asked me before SmackDown who I would say, I would have said Seth Rollins, but he got featured heavily, way too much tonight to make me believe he's going to win Money in the Bank. Where I think CM Punk could cost him, Roman Reigns, one of those two could cost him the briefcase. Would it make sense for him to win? Yes. But I guess this is just my bias taking over. And I've wanted him to get a big push for a few years now. LA Knight. I mean, it makes sense. I know Seth Rollins would make really good sense as well, but I guess this is my bias taking over, because there's a few times where that one year Damian Priest won Money in the Bank. I thought LA Knight was going to win it. But besides those two, I don't know, man. Solo Sikoa, no. Penta and Andrade and Americano, especially hell no to El Grande Americano, Chad Gable. That character, no. You don't see Penta or Andrade having a fucking chance in hell. So, I'm going to say LA Knight wins Money in the Bank and Seth Rollins gets screwed over. Someone cost in the match, whether it's CM Punk or Roman Reigns, one of those two. Well, probably not Roman Reigns, but CM Punk. And just because I really want to see LA Knight be up there in the top of the card. I saw a comment saying, "Oh, he's good enough to be a mid-carder or something." Maybe, but when you look at guys who have held the WWE Championship in the past, Jack Swagger, Jinder Mahal, Alberto Del Rio, there's no excuse why he can't be up there, because he's way better than those guys, first of all. And second of all, because he's maybe not as over as he was a few years ago, but he's still over. And Triple H said a few years ago, good things come to those who wait. So I'm going to bank on that and say LA Knight wins Money in the Bank. But if he does not win, I might be pissed off. If Seth Rollins wins, I'll be fine. But if it's anybody other than them, yeah, I'm going to be pissed. For the women, you guys know who I love. Stephanie back here, but I'm going to say Naomi wins Money in the Bank. I feel like that's kind of predictable, a predictable prediction, but it makes sense, because Roxanne Perez and Julia, and especially Stephanie back here, they're kind of new to the main roster and still building themselves up, so probably appears too early for any of them to win the briefcase. WWE could go that route, but I don't think they will. It's harder to predict than the men's, but there are a few names who are a lot less likely to win than others. Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley are both former champions who would be easy to slot back into the main event scene, so there are possibilities, but neither feels like a lock. And I love Rhea Ripley, think she's a great wrestler, gets way too much hate from IWC, but WWE doesn't listen. Well, they do, but I don't think they listen to people who say wrestlers suck. I mean, I love Rhea Ripley, think she's a great wrestler, but I don't think she needs Money in the Bank, personally. So, the most likely outcome to this match will be Naomi leaving the Intuit Dome with the briefcase. She's been one of the hottest acts in the division since turning heel, and this is the perfect way to capitalize on the heat she's been getting. I think she's done a really good job with her heel work. Really exceeded my expectations with that feud with Jade Cargill. And the only way this doesn't end with her winning is if Jade Cargill decides to insert herself back in and cost her the match. It's the only way I see it making sense for Naomi to lose, but I'm still going to say Naomi. So, yeah, that's my predictions for Money in the Bank. It's only 4 matches, but it looks good, though. On paper, these matches look good. I'd say 3 out of the 4. The main event will be whatever, to be honest. So, yeah, that's really all to say here. So, till next time, have a lot. Peace, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll be here immediately, well, probably immediately after Money in the Bank comes to a close. So, yeah, till next time, out. Peace. And my video schedule for tomorrow, or today, technically, I'll be reviewing the truck race that happens at Michigan. The Cubs Tigers, Dodgers Cardinals, and then I'll be back here later during the night to cover Money in the Bank. So, yeah, that's all I say. Peace.